Hey folks, it's your guy Mr. Buford. I am an educator and I'm here to do a book reading, and the book is titled What If Everybody Did That by Ellen Javernick or Javernick. I'm not sure which is the right or correct pronunciation. However, I actually love this book from this author. It really uh, hits home and has a lot of key points that you could definitely uh, touch on in the classroom, especially, or just with kids in general. Just because you know, at their ages, they don't really understand the gravity of their actions and how it could be a big deal, And this is one book that pretty much uh, gets that across, or you could try to at least get across to them. It's not always going to work, to be honest, but nonetheless, you could definitely point out some things. So, for instance, let's just get started. When we went to the zoo, I fed just a little of my popcorn to the bear. The zookeeper waved his broom and said, "What if everybody did that?" I just wanted to see how fast the grocery cart would go. It went faster than I expected. When the manager stopped me, she said, "What if everybody did that?" On the way to visit Grandma and Grandpa in Kansas, I dropped just one soda can out of the window. The patrolman who pulled us over said, "What if everybody did that?" At Uncle William's wedding, I took just a little lick of the frosting from the fancy cake. The lady behind the table glared at me over her glasses and said, "What if everybody did that?" I told the babysitter that I took a bath just once a year. As she shook, as she shooed me into the bathroom, she said, "What if everybody did that?" During the story time, I had something important to say. I just couldn't wait till the end of the story. The librarian put her finger to her lips and said, "What if everybody did that?" And you can see some of the things people are saying. I can touch my toes, see? How much do you weigh? Snoring. I'm so hungry. I gotta go potty. While we sat in the car waiting for Dad, I honked the horn. I just honked a few times, but Mr. Thompson came to his door. He shook his head and said, "What if everybody did that?" At the swimming pool, I just splashed a little. The lifeguard blew his whistle and said, "What if everybody did that?" You can see the pool is empty. On the bus, I just stood up to see the fire truck. Mr. Gearshift glared at me in the rearview mirror and said, "What if everybody did that?" Just once, I didn't hang my coat on the rack at school. Miss Sanders made me pick it up and said, "What if everybody did that?" And this is actually really true. I definitely, because I had one of those classrooms with, or have one of those classrooms with, uh, the racks inside the room, and you have to get on the kids quite a bit to not just leave them there. At recess, I threw just one snowball at Sammy. Mr. Walters saw me. When he sent me to stand, when he sent me to stand by the wall, he said, "What if everybody did that?" When we went out for dinner, I just shot one straw wrapper. The waitress stopped taking our order and looked straight at me. She said, "What if everybody did that?" After the football game, I just ran on the field to get the quarterback's autograph. The official waved his arms and said, "What if everybody did that?" When I came home, I gave my mom a hug. What if everybody did that? Everybody should do that. Yeah, this is a pretty cool video. Not video. This is a pretty cool book to just make people think. Too often we have selfish habits, and especially at our young ages or immature ages, shall I say? It's not necessarily pertaining to age, but yeah, it's just a cool little book to start some pretty interesting talking points as far as what if everybody did that, and to try to get students, kids, even people to think like, is that a good thing or is it a bad thing? So you can make a lesson to say like, how was what's better about everybody hugging their loved ones versus everybody doing all the other things. You can have them write a paper on um, what part of this story connected with you. Have you experienced any of this? Do you know anyone who has? What are the pro- what are the pros of doing this and that and the third? What are some things you got in trouble for? There's a lot of different things you could do with this book, but most importantly, you want them to kind of think about citizenship and how to contribute to the community in a positive way. So yeah, again, Mr. Buford, educator, just another little book reading, and you guys have a wonderful day.